Hello, everyone, and welcome to Data Ratify. I am thrilled to have you here as we embark on a journey to unlock the immense potential of data analysis using one of the most powerful tools in our arsenal, Microsoft Excel. My name is Oma, and today I am going to guide you through a quick and efficient method to analyze data, helping you discover valuable insights within minutes. As we all know that many people find Excel intimidating, whether it is the fear of large numbers, the misconception that Excel is just for math wizards, or the overwhelming feeling that comes with dealing with spreadsheets. I understand the struggle. However, fear not. Excel is a versatile tool that, when harnessed properly, can turn complex data into clear, actionable insights. As we embark on this journey, I am excited to introduce you to Data Ratify, my personal venture aimed at showcasing the relevance of data in career development. Through Data Ratify, we'll create content tailored for data analysts in corporate settings, providing them with the tools and knowledge they need to excel in their roles. Let's get to it. Imagine this scenario that you've got a pile of data from your sales department. The data is in text form, and you have got a tight deadline of 30 minutes to analyze and deliver a report on the best selling categories and products, along with the total quantity sold. How do you navigate through this challenge? The first step is getting your data into Excel. In our tutorial today, I will demonstrate how you can import data in text form into Excel seamlessly. We will cover cleaning the data up and preparing it for analysis. With these foundational skills, you'll be equipped to handle diverse datasets efficiently. Time is of the essence, especially when deadlines are looming. We'll sort, filter, and use tables or charts to swiftly identify the best-selling categories and products. Here we have a table showing the date when the orders were made, the products, the category of those products, quantities sold, unit price, and total sales. We intend to prepare a company report with answers to questions concerning overall performance, product performance, and category analysis. Specifically, we intend to provide answers to the following questions. What is the total sales revenue during this period? What product contributed the most to total sales? Are there any products with consistently high or low sales throughout the period? What is the average quantity sold per product? Which category generated the highest total sales? And how do the different categories compare in terms of total sales? Now let's begin. If you do not have Excel saved on your system, you can actually do this also in Google Sheets. But here I have Excel, so we're going to go to where the data is. This is our data in text form. We copy it either by highlighting, right, and then right clicking and clicking copy, or you use the Control C button. And then we paste it in Excel. Once you paste it in Excel, you can see that all the data is showing in only one column, column A. So if we move our cursor to column B, we don't see any data. Meanwhile, when the data was in text form, we know that the data is supposed to cover 6 columns. The first thing we need to do is to ensure that we bring our data into the appropriate column. So you highlight that column where the data is, and you go to the Data tab. From the Data tab, you navigate to Text to Column. There are two ways of bringing your data in. Either you use the fixed width or you use the delimited. It's preferred to use the delimited because when you do, you're telling Excel exactly where to divide your work or your data into specific columns. So we click delimited and next. There are different forms of delimiters, either tab, semicolon, comma, space, or several others. In this case, our delimiter is this stroke, downward stroke. So we click Other and we identify the downward stroke on our keyboard. Mine is located under the backspace. Once you do that, Excel already has figured out how your data should be brought in. Next, and then you click on Finish. our data has come in excellently. So we clean our data now by removing, making it more presentable. In that case, we remove that by deleting it. We can double click at the edges or the right edge of each of our columns so that we can see our data clearly. Now here's our data in in the right structure it should be. So let's go straight to answering the questions that we set out to answer. And the first question was, what is the total sales revenue during the period? To calculate total sales revenue means that we're going to sum everything under total sales. What we do is to use the formula, because Excel is also a formula based tool. And to get the total sales, you use the sum. So we sum all this. So our total sales, we can write it here. Total sales is 6,200. Total sales is 6,200. So let's make our notes. Let's just put our notes here. The next question was, what product contributed the most to sales? So we have our products A, B, C, A, D, B. What products contributed the most to sales? What we need to do is to identify. We can decide to sort this column in ascending or descending order. I think we can use descending order. Once we use descending order, it tells us the exact it organizes our data in descending order to tell us what product contributed the most to sales. So product contribution to sales. You see most contribution, highest contribution to sales by products. Highest contribution to sales by product, and that's product A. Product E. Okay. Let's turn this. Let's go back here to do our sum. 6.2. So let's put the 6.2 here directly, just in case we do any other thing that shifts. The next question says, are there any products with consistently high or low sales throughout the period? Answer this question in terms of quantity. But because our data is small, we can't exactly answer that question. The other way to answer the question, given the data we have, is to use the total sales value and to say that the products that had the repeated total sales are the ones that are repeated high sales are the ones that are consistently high, and the ones even though the unit prices really were the determinants. Okay, so in this case, products with consistently high sales are product A. Then products with consistently low sales are product B. Okay. The next question says, what is the average quantity sold per product? So to find average quantity sold per product, what we need to do, average quantity sold per product, is to divide the total sales by the quantity, and that gives us the average quantity sold per product. We can total this as well, and so the average quantity sold for all the products is 1,775 naira. Let's assume this is naira because that's where we are. Okay, that's the region where we are, where I'm videoing from. So our average quantity sold is 1,775 naira per product. We see that this is product A. We can come out again and write because we actually have four products. So product A, product B, product C, and product D. Average product for product A, we have the other way you can do it um, is to also now sum the average for each of those products. So for product A, the the average product A is 1,000. For product B, it's 30. For product C, it's 700, and for product D, it's 15. The other way to do it is to sum all the products first, get their total sales together, and then you average. Otherwise, this gives you average quantity sold per product. Okay. The next question says, what category generated the highest total sales? Looking at it, we can already see what category generated the highest total sales because we see that um, when arranged in descending order, electronics give us the highest total sales. I could show you other ways to pick that easily in another training. And how do the different category compare? How do the different categories compare in terms of total sales? We see that electronics is top notch, number one, and followed by books and then clothing. So this company does a lot, is able to sell more electronics, which could be because the unit prices of those products are high. But in terms of products that are sold, the highest quantity is actually books. It's just that their unit price is the smallest. But in terms of quantity sold, books, the company does well with books. So we can decide that we want to show this in a chart. For example, maybe the average quantity sold per product. We want to have that in a bar chart, for example. So we go to do that. You highlight the date where the data is you want to put in a chart, and then you go to insert. From insert, you click on recommended charts. You can see all the charts here, and then you decide to pick a pie chart. So you can decide to design your pie chart any way you want. If you want to put the data labels, you want to insert a legend, just go by what suits you really. So this is our average quantity per product. Okay. So electronics makes a total of 56%, average at the average in terms of their best selling in terms of total sales is actually product A, which is electronics. Okay. So there we go. We can decide to put all this in a table in a you can put them together on a after designing all these things you can copy them and paste in a PowerPoint slide or just whatever suits you. But that's the fastest way to analyze this data as fast as you can, and also most importantly to bring in data, unstructured data in that sense, or data that is not in a standard table format, Word, for example, and you bring it into Excel and you can play around with it. So there we are. Thank you for joining me on this Excel data analysis tutorial. I encourage you to embrace the power of data And with the right tools and techniques, you can turn any data set into a gold mine of insights. Stay tuned for more tutorials from Data Ratify, where we'll continue to explore the vast world of data analysis. Remember, data is not just numbers, it's the key to informed decision making and career growth. Happy analyzing.